The Los Angeles Basin, a sprawling metropolis nestled between the Pacific Ocean and the San Gabriel Mountains, has long been a tinderbox waiting to ignite, a disaster waiting to happen. On January 3rd, 2025, the inevitable happened and the city was forever changed. Fueled by fierce Santa Ana winds and tinder-dry vegetation, 5 separate wildfires erupted across the region, marking the start of what would become the most destructive firestorm in the city's history, a catastrophe of unprecedented scale. As plumes of smoke darkened the skies and flames raced across the hillsides, a sense of dread settled over the city, gripping the hearts of its residents. The blazes, each given ominous names like Palisades and Eaton, quickly overwhelmed firefighting efforts, turning neighborhoods into infernos and forcing tens of thousands to flee their homes, leaving behind everything they owned. The speed and ferocity of the fires shocked even seasoned firefighters who had never seen anything like it. Years of drought, exacerbated by a warming climate, had created a landscape primed to burn, a perfect storm of conditions. The flames, driven by wind gusts exceeding 50 miles per hour, jumped freeways and fire breaks, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake, unstoppable and relentless. From the affluent enclaves of Pacific Palisades to the working-class neighborhoods of Silma, the fires spared no one, showing no mercy. Iconic landmarks, including the historic Mount Wilson Observatory, were threatened by the flames, their future uncertain. While the air quality in the basin plummeted, creating a public health emergency as residents struggled to breathe. As the fires raged on, a sense of disbelief gripped many Angelenos who watched in horror as their city burned. The city, known for its sunny skies and carefree spirit, was now facing an unprecedented disaster, a nightmare come to life. The scale of the devastation was staggering, thousands of homes reduced to ashes, countless businesses destroyed and lives shattered. And a death toll that climbed with each passing day, a grim tally of the fire's toll. The fires, a grim reminder of the growing threat posed by climate change, had transformed the urban landscape into a scene reminiscent of a war zone, a battlefield of charred remains. Yet amidst the devastation there were also stories of resilience and courage. Neighbors helped neighbors evacuate, showing the strength of community. Firefighters risked their lives to save homes, battling the inferno with unwavering determination, and volunteers flocked to aid those who had lost everything, offering support and hope. As the fires continued to burn, it became clear that the road to recovery would be long and arduous, filled with challenges and obstacles. But even in the face of unimaginable loss, the spirit of Los Angeles refused to be extinguished, a beacon of hope in the darkness. While the fires in Los Angeles brought a city to its knees, netizens are of the view that another tragedy unfolds halfway across the world, in a land marked by decades of conflict and strife. Netizens assert that for the past year the people of Palestine have faced relentless bombings, their homes, hospitals and refugee camps targeted by US-made bombs dropped on the pretext of self-defense. These attacks, largely overlooked by mainstream media, have left countless innocent lives in ruins, their cries for help drowned out by the indifference of the world. The images are haunting, men, women and children engulfed in flames, their anguished screams echoing through the ruins of what was once their sanctuary. But in the eyes of many, their plight remains invisible, overshadowed by the politics of power and race. They are not famous, not white, not rich, yet their suffering is no less real, their pain no less profound. As the United States continues to funnel billions of dollars into these conflicts, the question arises: at what cost? The recent allocation of $8 billion to Israel and $500 million to Ukraine highlights the priorities of those in power, a stark contrast to the struggles faced by their own citizens. The irony is palpable, a nation willing to fuel wars abroad while its own people grapple with disasters at home. This is not just a story of fire and war, but of humanity and the choices we make. It is a reminder that the flames of injustice burn just as fiercely as those of nature, and that the true test of our character lies in how we respond to the suffering of others, regardless of where they come from or what they look like. As we rebuild our cities and our lives, let us not forget those who are still trapped in their own infernos. Their cries for help are call to our collective conscience. The spirit of resilience and courage that shines through in the darkest of times is not bound by borders. It is a beacon of hope that unites us all.